Hey there friends, thanks for checking in. This is my Tisas PX-9 Gen 3 Night Stalker. I have owned this for 3 years. I couldn't wait to get my hands on it. I said at the time, this was the best Tisas PX-9 available. By far. It's got the 5.1 inch threaded barrel, slide cuts all throughout, a tritium dot, direct mount optic, Cerakote gray, has a little green tint to it. Awesome trigger. I said this is the best. Well, I believe that changes today because what Tisas is launching is this PX-9 Duty Comp. This has a little more, but let's check out the comp first. Look at the size of that port in the slide and barrel. Obviously the front sight is moved forward, but they did a great job, and I have shot a lot of comps, especially recently. A lot of manufacturers are coming out with compensated models. We can call them ported models. I don't care what you call it. It does decrease the recoil, making follow-up shots and transitioning and speed shooting quicker. It just does with less recoil. 9mm feels less than a 9mm in many cases. And in this case, I can verify that because when I shot it, I said, man, that is one big port. And I noticed a difference. But it goes deeper than that. It ships with this 18 round and a 20 round mag. These are SIG P226 compatible. So they're nice mags. I'm going to show you the 20 round mag because like Tisas offers, there's a ton in the case. It has a 4.1 inch barrel. You can see it has different type of slide serrations there. Very, very pronounced. It is a tri-cut. It's angled upward, if we could see it like that. It goes all the way to the top strap a bit. Easy to charge, easy for press checks. The grip has additional grip panels and back straps. The grip is essentially the same as this. All right, it is a Gen 3 PX-9, so you have a lot of options there. Not the most aggressive texturing, I will say that. Not the most aggressive texturing. On the back of the slide, you have a cocked striker indicator. You can see that it is cocked and it's unloaded. So I fire, there's not a cocked striker. You won't see that red there. Okay, that is pronounced. If you go with the irons, you have serrated black rear sight and a front dot. They typically don't have a night sight or a fiber optic sight with a port because it does heat up a bit because the gases are going upward. I'm not sure if that's the reason why they did this, but it makes sense to me. It also has a direct mount like the Night Stalker with an RMR footprint. And what I have here is a Siley Wolf EDG, and it's pretty dang nice. I tell you, I really enjoyed once I sighted it in that this thing is really cool. An ambi slide stop and a reversible mag release if you want to go that route, or if you're a lefty you can do that. All right, full pick rail right there, but that trigger I am measuring under 3.5 pounds, no joke. It's an aluminum trigger shoe. It does have the trigger tab in there, but I am measuring that. It's so light. I am telling, it is very much a light trigger. They're building this toward competition. And you say, well, the competition guns have 5-inch barrels. Well, this has a 4.1 inch barrel. But I will say it's pretty nice. And also if you go with irons, it has a loaded chamber bar right there. But I want to show you what's in the case, and then we'll take a look at the internals here. It ships with a aluminum mag well. Okay, you can put that on there. There are some wrenches and some punches. This is the cover plate. Here is the 20 round mag. It also has this holster here, fits in like that, goes over the trigger guard, okay? It is a pretty decent holster. I pulled some holsters out of cases that were garbage. That one is okay. I can dig it. If I was going to carry this, I would probably start out by using that holster. Here are the additional back straps and side panels, trigger lock, speed loader, bore brush, and patch tool. Well, I'm pointing at stuff, you can't even see it. And then back here is the owner's manual. So they offer a lot in the case. Easy mounting, very easy mounting with that direct mount optic. And I took it to the range and it shot very nicely. And that trigger action is so soft. Reset right there. Similar to the Night Stalker, I will tell you. This has a great trigger. Both are flat face triggers. This one's branded blue. This one has a red tab in there, or an orange tab, or whatever. Kind of looks cool on this, and this looks nice on this. But if you've shot a Tisas PX-9, because I had the original, and the trigger action is super nice. But let's go ahead and see what this offers. We'll take a look at that big, huge port here. And it does have beefy slide rails, no doubt about that. And then a dual captive recoil spring. It just kind of pops out. It's not very tight in there, probably intentionally. And then there's that huge port, okay, making a difference. And here's a look at the slide and the somewhat pronounced tri-top, right? And it says Knoxville, Tennessee, SDS, imports Tisas. And this lightly goes right there and it reassembles back into action. Move that lever back up. What a nice handgun this was at the range. It performed great. And I have a lot of experience with the Tisas models. Well, 3. Does that count? I have 3 separate models I shot, and I've enjoyed them, and I think I'm going to enjoy this. The MSRP on this is $523, and they're on their way to distributors now. Should make it to your local gun store, and you may get a chance to check this out. Now, this has an MSRP right around just under $450. This is $523. So you're looking at probably maybe a little over $450 is what I would guess. But cool gun, definitely good looking gun, and they offer a lot. And if you're into ports, then you'll certainly dig it. If you don't want anything to do with them, then maybe you won't. Maybe you should stick with perhaps the Night Stalker. I like that. Priced right. This one's priced right too for everything it offers. If you like videos like this, please subscribe and share. I always appreciate the thumbs up button. Thanks for watching, and you guys be safe.